Welcome to DRX Price Schedules. So price schedules in DRX live under System, under Location Settings, here in the Price Schedules menu. Now to make a price schedule, we'll just go ahead and hit Add. We'll give it a name. Basis is what we will base this price on. Now if we have a basis of net, that means we are basing our price schedule on our primary supplier cost of a given item. So if the cost to us is $5 and our basis is net, we're saying we're starting with $5. We can then add a percent markup and a dollar amount markup. They do occur in this order. So the percent markup happens first and then the dollar amount markup. End on digits will make the price end on a specific number. If you want to give your users round numbers to end on, right, you might end on a 00. Minimum profit makes sure you're always making money. Now, if you have some sort of markup for your basis here, right, you know you'll always be making money. But we've got this 10% plus $5. Well, maybe I never want to make less than 7. I can go ahead and put a minimum of 7 here and it'll round up for me. And of course, if I'm a multi-site location, I can click and choose which specific site this price schedule will apply to. You do have to pick a site. Price schedules are individual per store. We'll go ahead and hit save, and we'll put in our code. And we're in. Now, something you'll notice that happened there, right? If I hit save and the screen doesn't close, that means I was missing one of these fields here. So you have to have something typed in here. Now, we come to modifiers, and modifiers allow us to adjust the price based on different factors. Quantity modifiers tell us, let's say if we have a minimum of 0 and a maximum of 100, we add $100. This means the price will scale between 0 pills and 100 pills. That means if the patient gets 2 pills, they're paying $2. If they get 4 pills, they're paying $4, so on and so forth. So that's important to know that the quantity modifier is scaling. If we do want a price break, we might set it up like so, right? So when the patient gets that 30th pill, they are paying $30, but there's no real scaling before that. Now we also have cost modifiers. And the min and max here are based on dollar amounts. So let's say we have this markup of 10%, but if we have a maximum of $100, maybe we give folks a $5 discount, for instance. And you may have multiple cost modifiers, right? So I could have multiple rows, each with different breakpoints. And the same can be true of quantity modifiers. If I have a quantity modifier of 101 to 200, we're adding $200. What this would mean is that we're now adding $2 per pill for every pill over 100. So this is added on top of this. We also have day supply modifier price breaks, right? So we can say that if they're getting a 90-day supply, we add a $5 markup, for instance, or we take some money off because they got that 90-day supply. Finally, we come to apply to third parties and items. This is how we can define when a third party will use this price schedule or when this price schedule will kick in. Now, by default, if we've just made this price schedule but we haven't assigned it to anything, it's not going to kick in ever. If we make a price schedule default, then this price schedule will kick in by default always across the board. Now we can also, under an item file, apply a price schedule to a specific item. And we can choose to apply this to equivalence, meaning at this point, all of our atorvastatin 20s will get this particular pricing. And important to note, this is going to work for cash plans. This will not impact your insurance billing. Now, otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to tie this price schedule to an insurance plan. And we can do that via bin, PCN, group, or any combination thereof. What you'll see folks often doing, you might make something like a slide, and you might tie it to a specific bin, PCN, or group. They could even tie it to a name here. What that then means is for the particular price schedule that we want to apply to that plan, we'll go to apply to third parties. We'll apply it to slide G in this case. That means anytime a plan is billed that uses this name, slide G, this price schedule will apply. Let's go in and grab ourselves a prescription here, and let's give this user slide G. You'll see that default here, and you can tell our price schedule is kicking in because the price schedule will always be displayed next to this amount to be submitted.